All right, and we are live for the first official inaugural Orange and Glad It's Not the Closer show. And welcome everybody. Let's turn my own volume off over here and pretend that didn't happen. But going from my left, we'll start out with Gizzard Gary. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Congratulations on your first show, and thanks for the invite.
Thank you, sir. And the man himself, Gun Websites. G, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for the invite.
And coming to you all the way from West Virginia, if they're letting his signal get out, it's This Week Unloaded. It's the 1%.
Hey, how's it going?
He's excited, folks. Happy to be here, I see.
Yep.
And
He's not very excited for being rich and white.
Did you think he's probably used to it? You know, if you're rich and white for so long that you're used to it. But how are things going there in Oklahoma?
They are wonderful. It was nice and warm today, so I am great.
Didn't get any of that polar vortex, huh?
No, it was like 60 here today.
It was about that here, too. It was pretty warm. Let's take a look and see who we've got out in the chat. We have AARP, otherwise known as Mad Sexy. We have a Fry Cook has managed to find his way in here and ban Snob's wife right off the bat. We've got Patriot in the Dark, Scott P79. We've got the Slim Cowboy and Unknown User so far. So welcome everybody to the inaugural show. Hope it's not too bad, but it probably will be. So I think the first thing we'll probably cover is Every Second Matters. Anybody do anything special today?
I didn't even leave my house today, to be honest.
Really? Because I make it a point to leave on Every Second Matters, and I make it so much of a point that my wife earlier this week was saying, well, Saturday's the 2nd. Where are you going?
That's awesome. I probably should, but I literally had so much stuff I've been needing to get done, and it was pretty weather today, so I slave labored my kids all day long. So,
did you at least put on an Every Second Matters patch, or?
I didn't want to tear up an Every Second Matters patch. I was actually like working, cleaning out a trailer and my garage and all that.
I'm actually out there and representing. I had my Every Second Matters shirt, my Every Second Matters patch. I had my brand new fancy holster, and I had today we were carrying my Sig Sauer P226 Legion in 40 Smith & Wesson. So that was my Every Second Matters. How about you, Rich?
No, didn't get a chance to do anything. Me and my wife were going to go hit the range and stuff today, but she had tweaked her knee at work because she had one of the dialysis patients she takes care of has dementia, and he like panicked and she got smacked in the face while he was panicking. And accidentally, he didn't intentionally hit her, and she lost her balance and twisted her knee a little bit, so we ended up not going anywhere.
So that sucks. Did you have to go to the doctor, or just
no, it's not
it
that
up?
bad. It was just enough to where she didn't want to have to go and try standing out on any concrete or anything after she got off work. So.
All right. How about you, G? You get out there and push the Second Amendment?
I did that show. But I was going to say for Snob, if you want, when you're in a situation like that where you're working all day or whatever, and it's the 2nd, you can just like every 2 hours shoot off like 2 rounds. And then if anybody's like, hey, what the hell? You'd be like, oh, it's for the 2nd. And then
you can't shoot off 3 though, because isn't that the standard for someone in distress?
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to cause alarm or nothing. You just want to, hey, 2 for the 2nd.
Good point. I could just did like a garage pop or something.
Exactly.
Now, would he be all right since he's doing it for the second? Would it be all right to do it with 9mm?
Well, no, because that would be violation of some kind of code.
It's lower
Kind of
cost.
code of honor.
So, Gizzard, what did you do? I saw your Instagram post, so I know you were out and about.
That was at my daughter's house. I happened to be wearing the hat, and I was holding the dog, and my daughter wanted to take a picture, and I said, well, here, let me get my Glock out, and we can make it an Every Second Matters post. So we took about 5 or 6 until I got one that looked about right, and then I squared it up and put that on there. But that's about the extent of my day, really. Didn't do much other than that. Just visited family.
Well, that's always good. How's your daughter doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Better.
Better, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, unknown user out there says his back is out. He spent his day on a heating pad, and his local pharmacy was robbed at gunpoint.
Oh, wow.
So,
see, people don't think of stuff like that. It can happen anytime, anywhere.
yeah, that's one of those, and it's about as close as you want to come to it, and have it affect you. It's a place I usually go, and that even that would give a lot of people a second thought. Which is,
You know, I live, you know, my town that I basically live in or near is like 1,500 people, 2,000 people. And it's been like 11 or 12. Their pharmacy was robbed. They used a hammer. The guy had a gun, but he used a hammer and literally, and one of the girls that worked there, she was just in high school then worked there, and beat her so bad. They both had to have several surgeries. Wasn't necessarily whenever he ended up staying in the town pharmacy, and now he after that and carried a gun everywhere. And everyone that worked at one of his rules, they carried a gun. It was pretty interesting.
He actually used the hammer. He didn't. Because you roboted.
Oh yeah, he used it. He literally. They both were air evac to Tulsa and had to have emergency surgeries. Almost killed him.
Holy shit! That's nuts. I had a buddy of mine was working. We had a little convenience store that both of us worked at one point or another, and he was working third shift there one night, and this was back, late 80s, early 90s. So nobody that wasn't in the hood had, any bulletproof glass or anything. So it was just completely open. And yeah, he had somebody come in and had a gun in his face. And he talked about that for years, and just he'd never seen anything bigger than the barrel of a gun when it's pointing at you.
I imagine. That guy, he used a 24-ounce framing hammer. It was actually East Wing framing hammer. I seen the pictures of it. My best friend that's a cop was a cop in that town at that time, and he's the one that found the hammer laying in a ditch a couple miles out of town. But it was a bad deal. It was all on video too. But no one ever expected anything like that in small town America. Basically Mayberry.
Mm-hmm.
And there it happened middle of the day, like 1 PM.
Really? Wow. That is, yeah. I'm kind of at a loss there. So basically, what I've got here is that I'm the only one that really went out and did anything.
Well, I ran an 8-hour show.
Well, if you're gonna count that as doing something, then yeah, I suppose.
I didn't go out or anything for it, I guess. I didn't go out of my way.
I did. I had to go. I had to go to the store and pick up meat, and I went to a couple gun stores and spent a little money. And actually had a couple of people at the grocery store ask me about my holster because I got that new fancy one. So again, I hate to admit this, but Yankee was right. Get yourself, if you're gonna go out for every second matters. Nobody cares about the gun until they see it in a fancy holster. So get yourself a fancy holster if you wanna spark a conversation on the second for every second matters, because that worked. Nobody's ever asked me about it before until today.
Would that be the one you had on Instagram, the Savoy leather?
Yep, and actually, I did see that it's Savoy leather, because they've got it written out on their Instagram page on how to pronounce it. So it is Savoy.
They do make some nice looking holsters.
It's a nice holster. It was spendy, and it took them every bit of the 12-week lead time that they claimed it was going to take, but it does look really good. But I didn't make it, so I can't get any of that, Amazon money that Snob's making off of making his Kydex holsters.
I really want to get a hold of them because they're in Oklahoma and see if they'll let me come down and talk to them and do some video with them in place.
But I thought they were like in, I don't know, Georgia or something.
No, they're in, I can't remember what town, but they're in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it was.
I never seen them at Wanamaker. I figured being in Oklahoma, they'd go to Wanamaker.
Let's see if I can look up what town they're in.
I want to say it was like Okalachi or something like that. I looked it up.
Yeah, it's a small town. I don't remember what town they were in. They followed me on Instagram, and I talked to them a little bit on there, just comments and stuff.
No festering in effigy. I did not have my Henry in it. I had my Sig Sauer P226 Legion in it.
Walika, Oklahoma.
No, I wonder. Yeah, that would probably be a little more. I'd probably get a little more attention than I cared for if I got that drop leg holster for that mare's leg and took that out on Every Second Matters. What do you think? You think that would probably be too much attention?
I guess it depends on the kind of attention you're looking for, but out here, nobody would really care, I don't think, but that's sort of a Western thing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would care here either. But,
I mean, if I seen you wearing it, I would stop and want to ask you about it. She said, I think it'd be awesome.
I think so. I think so too, but I'm not worried about whether you guys think it's awesome. I'm worried about, somebody in a uniform with a badge who doesn't think it's all that awesome.
Or you think Sarge is going to drive all the way to where you're at?
No, because I know Sarge would think it's awesome.
Oh, you mean the ones that Yankee talks about?
Yes.
The ones that hate guns.
Yes. They all hate guns, though. So.
Yeah, so Sarge would fall into that category because, according to the Yankee anyway, I don't know. I didn't watch the chat. So. I heard about it, didn't watch it.
My mind.
I don't think it turned out. It wasn't a flat Earth chat or what was the one the alt-right that Matt did. It wasn't a flat Earth or an alt-right chat like Matt's did, but it was getting pretty silly because I was on Sarge's show beforehand, and then I went over to Sandhills on his, and I was just kind of watching the chat for Yankees show, and they were getting pretty shitty in the chat, but I don't know how the chat how it went on mine.
Yeah, I didn't do much of anything Thursday night. So I had 3 different chat invites, didn't go that I missed, and then didn't see that either. So.
Oh, we got Diane Feinstein in the chat. Though surprisingly, it looks a lot like AARP's avatar.
Heck, I didn't even see the one you were just talking about with the alt-right on that show. I didn't even see that one.
You didn't see? Oh God!
No, I didn't see it.
Oh
Wow.
God! No,
You need to go back and watch that.
No, you really don't. You know, you don't need to go watch that.
Yeah, I figured as much.
And apparently, after it was all over, they got even worse. They were kind of like reeling it in
Yeah.
during the show, and then after it was over, they just really started. They were exactly what you would think of, you know, from the far alt-right. I think Unknown User wants to know if anyone has seen those single shot pocket pistols that take the 223 or the 7.62 by 39. I have my local guns, and I can't remember what's the name of them.
Heiser.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's it. My local gun store has like 3 of them sitting there.
The
what
three
do they call them? Like the pocket AR-15, the pocket AR-10, and the pocket AK-47 or something like that.
something like that. Do they have like all 3 flavors at your shop?
I don't know. I haven't looked at them that closely, but I have seen them sitting there.
Did you see the double shot, the 45 ACP and 9 that they made, where you had like the double shot revolver or Derringer, and then the 2 extra in the grip?
No, I haven't.
Is that like what is that thing called? Double tap.
Yeah, double tap things. It's basically the same thing. So it's just, you know, the single barrel and the bigger caliber, but 99% of the gun is the same. So it's very similar if you've seen that other one.
I'm not a fan of the double tap, just to be honest. I used to own one. That was the worst trade of my life.
No, I have seen those things sitting there, and they're just like a brick.
Yeah.
No, they're not comfortable, but it's the idea that you have one shot of whatever your rifle caliber is. So I think it's an awesome idea to have like a single shot capable little gun. Now I think it should cost $70 or something ideally, but you know, because it's just almost like a Liberator. But I like the idea of being able to have like just a single shot of whatever your rifle caliber is. So you just have another option, I guess.
I mean, it'd be neater in the rifle caliber, but that double tap I have was a 45 ported barrel. Yeah, you needed 2 pairs of ear pro to even shoot the thing. I hated it.
Yeah, Unknown User. I have seen them sitting there. I have not even. They didn't interest me at all, so I didn't even pick them up and look at them.
They're well made, but I agree with you, Snob, that the 45 at least, I don't know if I ever shot the 9, but the 45, the shape of the gun, like it was very square, very cubic, so it just hurts. It was
not comfortable at all.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that that's like a fun gun to shoot in 7.62 by 39. I just want a 7.62 by 39 single shot little gun like that. I mean, it's ideally would have like a rubber grip or something, but that's the only option we got is that one kind of bulky black thing, square thing.
Yeah, it just struck me as a big, thick metal coaster that shoots a bullet.
I'd like to shoot one, though, just for fun.
Well, go out and get one and let us know how it goes.
Oh, I'm poor.
Oh, please.
Got that big Amazon money rolling in.
Yeah, I ain't seen none of it yet.
Well, Joe Bob thinks we're a bunch of boring idiots.
Well, he's right, but you know.
Well, yeah, he's right. I'm sorry that, you know, my first live show isn't up to Joe Bob's standards. It's barely up to my standards. And I have no standards.
I was going to say, you have standards?
Yeah, really. You got standards? When did this happen?
Oh, he does have standards. Look who's not on the panel. I don't see Midnight anywhere.
Yeah, but Midnight
Yeah,
has
right.
too much standards.
Midnight's probably working, but it
Doesn't
doesn't
appear to be.
Yeah. He ain't working hard if he's working.
Yeah.
He does seem to be a little bit active, doesn't he?
Business must be damn slow at that restaurant.
Unknown says they're selling those. Is that the Heisers? Unknown selling for $3.19 at Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pricey for one shot.
$3.19 for a
One shot
novelty.
That's more than a High Point for crying out loud.
Oh.
You could get a High Point and get it RMR'd for a red
What?
dot.
But yourself,
And
you don't have
probably
to disassemble it.
Get that new main
And-
point they had at SHOT Show, and then you can really make it blocky.
And you could even get yourself a holster for it for that kind of money.
I got a High Point, a red dot, and a holster, and I think I'm $100.
Yeah, I would tell you to put that new aim point on your High Point, but that thing costs twice, 3 times as much as what the High Point did.
I misspoke then if I said aim point. I had an aim point on the mind. I don't know. What have you got on that thing?
Oh, mine?
Snob.
Oh, let me see. An Academy cheapie. Sight mark, buddy. Sight mark.
$5 stuff.
Yeah, $39.99 at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Just doubled the price of that High Point.
Dang, I need to put a link in that High Point video for the Amazon and put this site on it. That way everyone can buy one of these pieces of junk.
About like the
I wouldn't
boat
recommend
was on-
anyone buying that.
I was at Cabela's today. They had a boat out in front, a $6.99 boat with a trailer that was $8.99. It's like, it's pretty damn bad when your trailer costs more than the boat does.
Must have been a small boat.
It was.
If it's that small, why do you need a trailer? In case you don't have a pickup, I guess.
Guess if you're pulling it with a Chevette or something like that, I don't know.
There's a blast from the past. Chevy Chevette.
I own 2 of them things.
You get enough guys together, you can pick one of them up and move them from one parking spot to another. Ask me how I
How
know.
many deers did you hit? How many deers did you hit with the Chevette?
None.
You might want to get a Chevette.
Don't think they make them anymore.
Yeah, they don't make them no more.
I sent it to you, Snob.
What would you send to me?
Picture of the boat, that $high boat I saw.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to send them the Chevette.
I wasn't sure what kind of pictures you were going to send him.
Well, I'm not telling all my secrets.
Oh, well, that's a nice little flat bottom. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to have a boat about like that. We just threw it in the bed of the pickup. Fell out once, too, and had to stop and pick it up off the road.
Wasn't
The
anybody
wife
in
said,
it.
thanks to midnight, the wife says she's not watching. I said, come on. She said, nope. So there's one of your viewers down because of midnight.
Because of midnight.
Yeah,
But I bet she shows up and watches his tomorrow night.
probably.
Guy can't catch a break.
So what's the deal with that guy? He just has a bad day or whatever and takes it out on your all's wives, like online.
Well, you know, fry cooks they've only got so much power. So you give them a wrench and they think they're.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just a sexist fry cook.
Well, usually he bans me, but I have a wrench, so he couldn't ban me. So
And me, and it's my chat, so he can't ban me.
That's why I haven't said anything out there. I'd be the one that be a victim. You can't get you guys, so you'll get me.
So, what does anybody else have anything interesting that happened today? You worked the kid snob. So, what'd you make him do?
Let's see. We cleaned up my enclosed trailer, cleaned out my work truck, and cleaned out my garage. So, it wasn't a very pretty day. They were very unhappy
for it.
Yeah. They weren't very happy. I might have done it by myself. They were griping the whole time, except for the boy. The 3 girls were all griping. But we got a lot accomplished. So tomorrow I'm going to try to shoot some videos. It was windy today. I'm hoping it's not windy tomorrow.
Unknown users threatening to cut off Midnight's support checks to his mom.
Is that child support? So does that mean he's Midnight's daddy?
It could be. It could be. Well, no wonder his back's out if he's carrying Midnight Range.
Mm-hmm.
Night Mad Sexy. So we've got the Super Bowl coming up.
Imagine having to tuck that guy in.
Oh,
One more story all night long.
Tell me the story about Poco Ghibli again, Ma.
Tell me the story of the night before Christmas. Tell me about how Ellis took one for the team.
So we've got Seven Wonders, who is Snob's future son-in-law. And Midnight Range is now unknown user's child.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know that because, Midnight's dad went out for a pack of cigarettes in 1985 and hadn't been seen since.
Right? If I was Midnight's dad, that's what I'd do. Mm-hmm. That's a minimum of what I'd do.
When we get home, I'm going to slap your mama.
Punch your mama right in the mouth.
Oh, yeah, punch your mama right in the mouth. That's right.
So let's talk. What else have we got? I was gonna have the name the show, but then Sandhills came in strong with "Orange, you're glad it's not the closer." So
it's a little long.
Yeah, it's a little long,
but it works.
It works for Saturday night.
Tag out on Instagram tonight.
What was that?
Orange, you glad it's not the closer? That's a long hashtag to type in.
That is a
Dang
lot.
it, I forgot to put an Instagram post out about the show. I've been doing terrible about that the last few days. I've been so busy.
I did one after the show started.
Oh, let's talk Trump versus Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and have we begun the idiocracy? I'm starting to get a little nervous here that we actually might be heading for the idiocracy, and I think we're seeing the beginning stages of it. What do you guys think? Have you seen the movie?
Negative.
What? Never seen Idiocracy?
Nope.
Never even heard of it.
Nope.
I've heard of it, never watched it.
Wow. Gary?
Nope. Never heard of it.
What? Have you heard of Office Space?
Yes, I've heard of Office Space.
Okay, because it's the same guy. You've heard of, what is the show? King of the Hill, right?
King of the Hill.
It's King of the Hill, right? So it's a it's a movie he made, and I don't remember who's in it anymore. Some guy goes into the future. It's like the army was going to do let's put people to sleep for a year, and then something happened, and they put to sleep for a long time. So
2007.
Yeah, so it's basically an army experiment goes wrong, and the couple gets frozen in time, and they wake up in the future. And I think the easiest example, are we swearing on this show?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this isn't kid
Pud
friendly.
Rockers turns into Pud Fuckers, and then eventually it turns into, well, you could just says fuckers or something like. So it, like use that as like the deterioration of society or whatever, right?
Yeah, and what they kind of show off in the trailer is that the people that have the good jobs and the education are putting off having children, and Bubba, who was the lineman on the football team, is popping, is knocking girls up left and right. So his line is going on, and the people with the IQ are dying off. So 500 years in the future, you've got the guy that was put into hibernation comes out, and it's just regular average guy comes out, and he's got the highest IQ anybody has ever known.
Oh yeah, that's the other part of it. So like everything is just mashing colored buttons, or everything's spelled wrong, and it's just, yeah, it's like a funny. It's like if King of the Hill made a future time travel movie, I guess. That's what it is. Anyway, it kind of falls short if they've never seen it.
Yeah, it does. They didn't do their homework either.
I mean, it's definitely, I could see where people say that, but I don't think it's going that way.
I don't know. We've got a reality star in the White House.
Well, but I'm thinking if, like on the olden days, you'd go to school and they would teach you about the olden days. And I mean, I guess when I went to school, it was like the 80s, and they would talk about like, oh, you think this is bad, but it really wasn't that bad back in the 80s. But they would say, oh, you think this is bad? Like, look at, like, I don't know what it was, Lincoln and whoever, these various olden days political fights, and they got crazy, obnoxious, and rude to each other and stuff. Where, in the 80s, it was nothing. I guess it's getting a little worse than the 80s, but I guess all I'm saying is we've always had, with a free society and people that are individually free and have opinions and are able to have opinions, we've always had like a pretty wild back and forth. And sometimes it's civil, most of the times it's peaceful, but sometimes it's not very civil. And so that's why I hesitate to say we're going down some inevitable decline when we're pretty much been like this our whole time. It's just that nowadays I think it's both more and less easy to manipulate. You can, without much effort, you can figure out what the truth is, but you also just as easily can do nothing and get fed a line. So we're in a weird time when it's really easy to feed people a line, and then it's really easy to not do nothing. But it's also possible to discover the facts and stuff, and that's where I think we have an out. I don't think we only have a decline, because I think that once people figure out that, there's, I don't know, I think that we've got knowledge on our side. And once people figure out we're not at the end of something, that we're just going down a cycle that we've been down before, just different levels of volume or amplitude, that we'll figure it all out and we'll keep going. It's just that right now we can communicate with each other individually at a whole faster new level. So it's real easy to get together and talk about how the sky's falling or how it's bad, but we can just easily talk about how much benefit there is and how much opportunity there is and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, there's definitely, you've got the ability to get the information and ignore what's being fed to you. It's just that most people don't have the desire to get the real information and would rather just have what's fed to them.
Yeah, they're satisfied with what's on the buffet, not interested in exploring what else there might be, right?
Exactly. So I'm just worried that, because look at her, AOC. She's got, now I'll give her all the credit in the world for getting out there, because I heard about the stuff she did to get elected, and just getting out there and knocking on doors and getting, pressing flesh, as they call it, getting out there, shaking hands, making her name known. And she took down somebody who was pretty big in the party, and she got in. But then you hear her talking, she just has no clue. And she's on there talking about the world ending in 12 years and this, this Green New Deal and Medicare for all, and she's got like 2 million followers or something on Twitter. And a good portion of them are just eating it up, and they're going to take everything she says. Like, there's a good portion of people out there that are, whatever Trump says, that's the truth too. And they just worry about where the country's going to go when you've got that kind of thing happening.
I don't understand how anybody in either way just picks their candidate and says, "Oh, I'll just believe whatever they say." Well, I know there's plenty of people out there that do.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't even have to be a candidate; it just has to be a party for some of them.
Oh yeah, or even a TV star or musician or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's what we need to do. We all need to get big and famous so that we can get our points out.
Working on that.
Aren't we all? Angelina says she's first, but she's not. And she does have a link.
Yeah, but you're corking her lobby, so.
Yeah.
Oh, is she running the lobby? Well, was she corking you?
It was a girl lobby though, so it was a lot of like unicorns and sparkles,
rainbows and glitter.
Yeah, that's the reason I only had like 20 viewers on my show, because she was corking me.
Yes, that's
Taking all the rainbows
She's
away from
pretty
you.
harsh about screwing me over. She takes porkypigin.com, corks me now, just everything.
You were bitter about that porkypigin.com, aren't you?
I'm not letting it go.
Oh, it was nail polish tips?
Damn it, I would have been there if I'd have known that.
Me too. I'd have postponed my show. So, anybody else got any thoughts on AOC and or Donald Trump?
Well, Donald Trump kind of fits in with the orange theme.
No, Gary, that's orangist.
You should know.
I can't be orangist. I'm orange myself.
With her Green New Deal, I'm wondering if she's just Al Gore wearing a woman's suit. Yeah, she's, like Buffalo Bill and Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, no, see, I was thinking of Vincent D'Onofrio and Men in Black.
Either way, it's creepy.
And the left, moving further left, yeah, but Kamala Harris she's the first one out, and she was pushing that Medicare for all. I don't get it. I guess I do kind of get it, because the people that don't have want, but I've got insurance, and I went to the doctor this week, and I spent 20 minutes waiting to get checked in, running down through everything with the receptionist there. Then I sat in the waiting room for an hour. Then I got called back into the exam room, went over my history for about 15 minutes there with the nurse. And then I sat there for about another 10 minutes. The doctor came in, literally in the room for 30 seconds, and left. And then I sat there for about another 10 minutes. The nurse came in, gave me my paperwork, and I left. And I have health care provided, from my wife's employer. but government healthcare is going to be so much better.
Yeah. You know, I'm hoping that Bloomberg doesn't decide to run, because look at who the Democrats are putting out there right now to run. You got Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, and Bernie Sanders so far. How are they going to out-communist each other?
They're going to try.
That's
I mean,
good.
it's bad to say, but the best option out of those is Bernie Sanders, and that's horrible to say.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's.
You potentially got the CEO, founder, whoever he is, of Starbucks running as an independent, who's going to draw off votes from that group too. So I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, they're so mad at him.
Yeah,
they're so mad at him. They're going to boycott Starbucks. And he doesn't even work for anymore. Or did he own it? Or was he just the CEO? Or was he?
I think he's got to founded it.
Okay. But he doesn't have anything to do with it anymore. He sold it, or he's no longer with them, or whatever. But people are saying they're going to boycott Starbucks. So, okay.
Yeah, right. You know darn well none of them are going to boycott Starbucks. They wouldn't know what to do without that.
I've been boycotting Starbucks for years, ever since they charged me like $8 for a stupid frozen coffee thing.
I've never set foot in one.
Oh, God. Angelina's here.
Oh, there used to be one in Bass Pro in Tulsa, or Broken Arrow. So I used to get those frozen things there all the time years ago.
There's a Starbucks in Bass Pro?
Yeah, in Broken Arrow there was. It's been 10, 12 years ago, but yeah, right after they built it, it had a little Starbucks in it, right out in the middle.
That's very bizarre.
Hello, girl.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
What's going on, dudes?
We're just painting our nails.
Yeah, we're just painting our nails, and
You missed all the tutorials I had going on, so maybe next
we'll
time
figure it out on our own.
it won't be as good.
We're men. We can figure these things out.
No, you know how they say men don't do things as good as women do? That's true.
I definitely don't paint my nails as well as my wife paints hers.
I've never heard anybody say that. I don't think that's something that people say.
Fake news.
It's a woman thing. I think they all say that.
You are fake news.
Fake news.
It's
So what's going on in here? Orange show?
It's the orange.
Orange theme?
Orange, you glad it's not the closer?
I like that title because it has orange in it.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
So what did you do for Every Second Matters today?
I went shooting and then it was raining.
Well, how did you go taking your newbie shooting?
It was good. We had a little safety brief, at home in the quiet without gunshots. And that was good because then there's like some confidence with the firearm. And then we went to the range, and the newbie shot probably about, I'd say like 200 rounds.
So did you give them a keychain at the end of the day? Are they going that way?
No, but they did keep brass as a souvenir.
Oh, you got them then. You got them.
So yeah, I mean, the first thing I handed to her was a 22 rifle, a bolt action. And it's super fun, and no one hates 22. So yeah, we had a good time and it was good.
You know what you should have told her? You should have said, if we didn't live in this communist state of California, we could have a suppressor and you wouldn't even be able to hear this thing go off.
Well, I thought about like going into things like that, but they were like a pretty anti-gun person, so I don't want to lay on like
save that to like trip 3.
Yeah, you gotta like wait till they're like, looking at guns on the internet with like an intent to buy.
And you can't have that because of the way you voted.
Yeah, because of your fucking politics. But this person was a super bedwetting liberal, like crazy, like total like Obama Jesus type person. And now not so much. So yeah.
6 months more of this taking or shooting once a month or twice a month, you'll have it made.
Yeah, and they actually now recognize Trump derangement syndrome. Like that phrase came out of their mouth today, and I was like, "Oh, that's good that you recognize that's a thing."
Just from taking a one trip to the range.
No,
You
not
must be a
just
miracle worker.
No.
You are. We're going to send you on a tour.
This has been a thing. This person's got woke on their own, and then I've been like kind of nudging it. So yeah,
Really?
I think I got one.
I'm going to have to give you my sister's number, and you can have your friend call her.
And like say, "Oh, guns aren't that bad."
Not so much that Trump derangement syndrome is a thing.
Oh, does your sister have TDS?
Yes, my sister is 16 years younger than I am, and she went to college, and she was in school, about the time that Obama came around and got elected, and yeah, she is full on, and she was a Bernie supporter.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
I was in college when the whole Obama train was coming through. And Jesus, let me tell you, talk about liberal education.
Mm-hmm.
I had a professor who failed me because I didn't because I wrote too many like good opinions that weren't liberal.
That weren't the correct opinions.
Yeah, so like my papers always got super harshly critiqued, and I would be like, "No, that's not true."
My sister unfriended me on Facebook.
Oh,
years ago.
Yeah.
I love it when people unfriend me on Facebook because I don't ever post anything really political. Every now and then I might make one little kind of snarky statement, but very rarely. And then I'll notice somebody unfriended me. I'm like, really?
Yep.
Usually didn't hurt my feelings because they're usually the ones that post all sorts of political crap that I can't.
Yep. She unfriended me and sent me a nasty message about it. And I was like, okay.
See you at Christmas dinner, little sis.
Yep.
That's why I have a policy regarding Facebook where I have only personally added less than 5 people on my friends list. Everybody else has asked for it. So when you get offended, remember you asked to be here.
And I had to ask. You didn't even add me.
I asked too.
Because that's my policy. You got to ask because when you get triggered and you get all pissed off, just remember you're the one that asked for this, and everybody knows how I am.
But this is mean obnoxious. We already knew how you were when we sent you the damn friend request.
Well, yeah, so that I'm just saying. So that's like a good, you won't get triggered, but some people get triggered, and then they say, and I say, you asked for this.
Yep.
So, yeah, TDS is cool. It's very, it just makes you seem like a nut because don't you have anything else to do besides like hang off this dude's dick?
They're letting him live rent free in their head.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, no politician is worth that.
Yeah, and it's always like for instance, you know that thing that Trump did where he did he put together a committee. And this committee has identified, what are they calling them? Forgotten cities, lost cities, cities in crisis, something like that. It's basically areas of low socioeconomic standing that have been like, maybe something that was off of Route 66, and when that got disbanded and whatever, it was too far, and then the town got all shitty. Like stuff kind of
dried up.
Yeah, like kind of stuff like that. Stuff where like big plants and factories have been, but shit happened and they moved and it like, dried up the town kind of thing. And it's, hard times there. So this committee is going to go in and give tax incentives for people to like move back there, like companies and stuff, and employ those people and grow the community and turn it back into like a thriving economy. So, and like pretty much everybody on the board is black, which, racist Trump, he's got this board of like black guys. Anyway, so he did that, and all the liberals on Facebook were screaming gentrification and all kinds of other stuff. And like they don't want this. And it's like, you know what? Nobody's gonna tell me that somebody wants to live in like poverty and not have opportunity. That's not like, you're not gonna convince me of that, liberals. But they were going apeshit over it.
And they don't realize that there's, well, I was at the gun store today and I filled out my 4473 and the guy's running down through it and he gets to, your birthplace and he's like, congratulations on getting out of Illinois.
See, if you'd have bought that at a gun show, you could have used the gun show loophole and not had to fill one of them out.
I'm pretty sure that I've seen this one from that gun shop at the local gun shows here a few times. So, but yeah, the gun show loophole. Don't have to fill out any paperwork.
Is that real? Because that doesn't happen in California.
Didn't happen in Illinois either.
Yeah.
I don't think I've bought a gun. I bought one in Illinois at the gun show. And in Illinois, you have to have your FOID card, your firearm owner's ID. And even if you're doing a private sale, the person you're buying from has to call the state police with your license and your FOID number and get a clearance number from the state police.
What a pain in the ass.
And then they still have to abide by the 3-day wait for handguns, and at the time was 1 day for long gun, which has now gone up to 3 days there on any gun. So you're at the gun show, you buy from a private seller. They have to take your FOID, not just make sure that you have a FOID, but they have to make a copy of it and your license, call the state police, get a transaction number, and say, okay, now I can sell you this gun, but you'll have to get with me in 3 days to pick it up.
Well, all that basically does is make it where no one wants to private sell a gun, because who wants to go with that much headache to private sell a gun? I mean, truthfully.
Yeah. And luckily, the one I bought there, the guy lived in the next city over. It was like, or the next town over. So it was, a 10-minute drive for me to go and pick it up from him. But you're not going to get it. You wouldn't get anything like a big gun show where everybody's coming from all over the place, because now you've got to find out where the guy lives that you're buying it from and decide if that's, a trip you want to make in 3 days to go get it.
It's dumb.
Yeah, if you buy a gun at a gun show here, you gotta fill out, your 4473 and all that, and then they take it, and then you gotta go to that gun store 10 days later, and then obtain your gun.
Well, what if it's a private sale though?
Same thing. You gotta meet them at a gun store. So if you lived in California,
10 days later still, or
yeah, so if you lived in California and you were selling me a gun, we gotta go meet at a gun store and fill out the 4473. And then the gun will stay there. I'll give you your money. And then the gun is now, transferred out of your name. And it's kind of in limbo to me, pending my background check and then the 10-day wait period. And if I fail that, it goes back to you. And then you have to come get the gun.
So does it hang out at the gun store then for those 10 days?
Yeah, for 10 days, it's at the gun store.
So does a gun store able to charge a storage fee? I mean, truthfully, they should deserve one if they have to store it and be responsible for it for 10 days.
That's part of what you have. So when you do a private party transfer, it's $35. $25 of that is like the paperwork, the state, all that shit. And then $10 is the maximum that an FFL can charge you to hold your gun for the 10 days. So they always charge you the $10.
That's not even worth it to a gun store. To me, anyways, that wouldn't be worth it to a gun store to have
it's not worth it.
Have the headache of it.
Yeah, they don't.
Responsible for it.
They don't want to do it. They don't ever want to do the transfer. They'd rather you buy it from them. Blah 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 blah.
So even if you borrow a gun to go, say you're going hunting, and you borrow a gun from Zorro in California, and you have to go through that same process? You can borrow it, or can you loan a gun without headache?
So you used to be able to loan someone a gun. You cannot loan anyone a gun at all. If I was gonna, legally borrow a gun from Zorro, he'd basically have to transfer it to me. Wait 10 days, I grab it, transfer it back to him, and then he has to wait 10 days to get the gun back. So it's 20 days in waiting to transfer the gun back.
Oh my god!
But really, unless you're some kind of crazy murderer, what do you need to borrow a gun for? So that's not even a thing, right?
Yeah.
No, that's like the one they had, the bill they passed in, was it Seattle? I don't think it was all of Washington. I think it was just Seattle, where you couldn't even you couldn't even loan a gun to a family member, like a husband. If the husband's name was on the paperwork of owning that gun, he had to actually transfer it to his wife for her to take any kind of possession of it.
Why can't that be a law here? So my wife would quit taking my gun.
Because you already got jacked.
I don't
But
say
yeah,
that out loud or it'll happen, so I better not say that. The law part of it.
Yeah, it might. I mean, really, she just owns all the guns that you have, though.
Pretty much.
That's how it works. Pretty sure.
Too Hottie says that was Washington State in full. So,
ugh.
And is that still a thing, Hottie? Did that actually go through? I thought I saw something where that didn't pass. Oh, your wife's back, Snob, so she didn't bail completely.
But see, that's just like, well, my buddy's son uses one of my rifles, my 308, every year to deer hunt with, because he doesn't have a deer rifle. The boy doesn't. And he uses it every year to deer hunt with, because I don't use it. I don't really deer hunt. So they borrow it every year for a month or so in November. It'd just be a pain in the butt if it had to go through that every time just to loan the gun.
Yeah, 20 days sitting in limbo where nobody has it. For what reason?
Yeah, because,
it's cooling off. Those 10 days, the waiting period is actually called cooling off. So if you're pissed, you're not going to go buy, like if I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill someone, and you run out and buy a gun, you got to wait the 10 days. So after the 10 days, you'll be like, oh, no, just kidding.
No, what if it's a warming up period, though? You're just getting madder and madder the whole time, and it goes from just killing that one person to killing a whole building full of people because you're so mad.
Yeah, what if somebody is going to go full on taxi driver? I mean, the 10-day waiting period isn't going to deter them.
I mean, and they had a thing where a couple years ago they were going to do away with that if you already owned a firearm, because what sense does that make if I already own guns? But they threw it out. It didn't end up passing. So yeah, every firearm you buy is subject to a 10-day cooling off period.
Yeah, and that's how Illinois was with the 3-day wait. Is every time you bought a firearm, you had to wait 3 days, whether you had one gun or 50 sitting at home. And even if you took one in and traded it in on the new gun, you had to wait the 3 days. So you can walk in there with a handgun, trade it in, buy a new one, and walk out with nothing.
So yeah, if you're trading, say you only have one gun for self-defense, now to be some way they can, they could fight that just on that stand. So you only have one gun for self-defense, you don't have the money for two, and you're trading your high point and getting a Taurus, because you made 50 extra bucks you can spend with it and throw in there. Now you're without a defensive gun for 3 or 7 or however many days.
To be fair, they're only going to give you $25 for the Taurus, so there's no sense trading it in.
Wow, true, but
I mean, California doesn't want you to have weapons to defend yourself.
Well, that's what the government's for. They're protecting.
Yeah, I mean, that's why. Well, no, in California, so what you do is, all right, so picture it, right? You're walking down a street, a dark alley. You got your Bloomingdale's bag in one hand and your Crate and Barrel bag in the other, because this is LA.
Well, that's a tactical mistake right there.
Now, where's your rape whistle at in this whole
Your rape
package?
whistle is around your neck as specified by, the Reich of California. So anyway, you're walking down the street. You can have both bags in one hand for tacticalness. Anyway, some guy comes up to you and he's like, "Whoa, bitch, I'm gonna fucking rape you." And all you have to say is, excuse me, that's illegal. And he'll stop.
And blow the whistle. Come on. You gotta
blow the whistle, but remind him that it's actually illegal to rape or kill or rob anyone, and they won't do it.
And
Well,
you
that's
forgot,
why they have laws.
you gotta piss yourself too. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah. And then if you pretend like you like it, that's also a defense. Heard that one too.
So
But I saw a meme that said if you're getting bullied at school, like if someone's like fighting you at school, to be like, "No, stop, it's giving me a boner." And they'll stop.
And they'll stop.
Wow.
They might kick your ass more.
I don't know. Do you really want to like?
Yes,
touch
but
someone with
then they'll probably call you the certain thing that is one of the few things that will be banned on this channel. And
What are they?
they'll call you that, and then you'll have a hate crime.
Wait, what are you talking about?
What?
If they
Nice.
referred to you as a gay person.
Oh, okay.
If they were beating you up and you told them you were getting a boner, they would
Yeah, but
probably
that
call
doesn't-
you gay and start beating you harder. But then, of course, you would have a crime enhancement on the beating that you took, so that would make it better.
I think that just means they're not very well versed, because it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're like a guy's touching you. It's just that you're into S&M. So when someone's beating your ass, you're like, "Oh, this is awesome."
But that doesn't mean the one that's beating on you is going to take it that way.
Well, yeah, but then you could just like explain after. He's like, "What the hell?"
I'm not really gay. I like S&M.
Yeah, I'm not gay. I just like getting my balls stepped on.
You're projecting.
I'm pretty sure this train just ran off an overpass or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's done.
It's off road now.
I've learned from Yankee that if you think somebody is gay, that you are projecting. And that says absolutely nothing about you for thinking that somebody else is projecting.
Wait, what?
Learn from Yankee. There's.
I know you start yelling, "Choke me, daddy."
See, user knows.
He's got it. User's got it.
Because we
Stop
can't teach our
giving the
kids to
boner.
just punch somebody right back in the nose, because then they all get suspended.
See what happened to that? What happened to just, that's the problem. That's the biggest problem with today, and that's why everybody's like, "Oh, bullying is so hard." You know why bullying is so bad now? Is because they do it over the computers, and you don't have to do it to anybody's face, so you can be 1,000 miles away from somebody and bully them, and you don't have to worry about getting punched in the nose for it.
Yep.
Well, I had a show on this one day, and had my son and one of his friends on there. They cannot defend themselves at all, technically, at school, or they get suspended just as much as the person who's picking on them. So that just makes bullying so much easier if they're not going to fight back, because they're worried about getting suspended if they're a good kid.
I'm so glad I don't have kids for many reasons, but that's one of them, is that they'd have to grow up in what this world's becoming.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot less bullies when I was in school, because, somebody bullied somebody, they got punched in the face, and if they weren't really tough, if they just thought they were tough, they didn't bully people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always the quiet little guy that's tougher than the big bully.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
So that was our gun laws chat.
Yeah.
That was a gun loss chat? How'd they get to that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Better
Than an in-laws chat or something like that.
Man, this train really went off the tracks if we were talking gun laws.
Really?
Crazy train. All right, so let's do a trivia and a giveaway.
Let's do the time warp again.
Am I allowed to steal your show? I guess
Sure.
I can't. I guess I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
America.
America.
You're giving away Obnoxious's new gun.
No.
All right, so I'm giving away Obnoxious's new gun. All state and local laws apply.
And the most local law is that that Obnoxious one won't let it out of his hands.
That's a theft.
That's not really a law. But anyway, fuck, I don't really have a question, but I have items to give away. So, Snob, why don't you come up with a question? How could we... What's like an orange trivia quote? Let's look up... Hold on.
She's going to kill you now.
She deserved it. She knows she deserved it.
A trivia question, man.
Yeah, you come up with one. I can't think of one, but I have a pack of things to mail out to the winner.
Do you still have SHOT Show patches, or are those all gone out?
I have a couple that I feel very attached to, and I'm not sure if I want to have them leave yet, but I could probably give one away to this winner.
Well, you don't have to do that. I was just gonna let everybody know that if they went to www.porkypiggin.com.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess I can do that. So if you go there, you can place an order and say...
How many orange chicks did Captain Kirk nail? All of them 7. All of them.
I've got it. I've got a poster hanging on my wall. It says 12 reasons handguns are better than women. The first person who can name one of the reasons.
Okay, I like that. Go.
And when I type, I'll just say go. Go.
G-Web's already got one.
Yeah, but he's in the chat.
Oh, Slim Cowboy does have it.
There you go.
Almost. I mean, it's
Slim
really
Cowboy.
close. Let me turn on my camera. Oh, I got to turn up my stuff.
I feel like I shouldn't encourage this because it's not very feminine friendly.
Oh, I don't think
Whatever.
you need it. Dang it.
What
You
the
can
fuck is that your porn right there?
Where?
On that screen. Are you watching porn in the background?
Screen. It's my security camera.
Oh. That was your like dungeon porn.
It puts lotion on the skin.
You can trade your 44 for 2 22s.
All right, Slim Cowboy. He's the winner.
Rigged.
And so Slim Cowboy, somehow get your address to me. If you go to porkypiggin.com, there's a contact form on there.
There's a contact form on there, and Angelina will ship you out your prize.
Fun prize. Now that it's Slim, though, I might put like the pocket pussy in there or something.
Is it going to be a bag of dicks? Is that what you're going to send me?
Ooh, I do have a bag of dicks patch that he'll get.
What about the skin flower?
Skin flower too, and a blue waffle.
And the blue waffle. Is he gonna get a 3-for patch? I mean, that's a hell of a prize package for little old me.
It'll be. I don't know if you want an epic prize package.
Be an epic prize package.
Yeah.
He's kind of regretting winning now. He's changing his answer.
Don't worry, Slim. It comes with its own holster.
And lube.
There's no lube for it. Well, I think I have like a little tube of frog lube or something I can throw in.
Yeah, if you get a SIG, don't you? Have to check.
Better
Just
than
spit in
I suppose.
Just spit in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a text on my phone and it just says asshole. I don't know what it means.
You don't know if that's just directed at you or me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's directed
Or both.
I don't know who it's directed at, but
Where's it from?
Just some random person sent him a text that said asshole.
yeah, it's Stacy at the top, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's not like she didn't know it was going to happen sooner or later. She can
See what she says.
Snob's wife.
Make
Make sure you send all complaints to shootingleft-of-center@gmail.com.
Yeah, not to my text. He said you had it coming. She said, uh-huh. Yeah, she ought to be complaining though, because she was timed out during the giveaway, so she got screwed on that deal.
Would she want a bag of dicks?
Well, probably not the patch.
She might want that patch, though. It's a good patch.
She came back strong.
The bag of dicks is like that's a champion patch. There's not many of those left, actually.
You'll forgive me if I don't jump right on ordering one of those.
Oh, I think I'm going to send you one with this. I'm going to customize it, so I'll write a message on it in a Sharpie. That's what I did to a friend of mine. It was his birthday, so I mailed him one and wrote, "Suck a bag of birthday dicks." So I wrote "birthday" above dicks.
I'm regretting ordering stuff from you, so you have my address.
Yeah, it's okay. I think you'll like it.
I was going on there last night to order something. I need to get my wallet.
I just had an amazing idea. Not to cut you off, Snob, but I think I'm going to make orange bags of dicks. Just like solid orange.
Yeah, I was going on there last night to order something, but...
Orange dicks?
What were you going to order? Skin flour?
No, I don't even remember. It's in my cart still. I got to go back and do it because you don't use PayPal, and the Shopify thing that I had with my phone had my old bank card, and they gave me a new one here a while back because I used it at some place that was, I forget what they said.
Truck stop?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Gentleman's Club?
Somewhere like that. It said it was risk at I don't remember. My information was risk to being compromised, so they canceled my card and sent me a new one. So I didn't have it in there, and I didn't have it in my office because I'm bad like that, and lose porkypicking.com because of that.
Yeah, I bet that orange bag of dicks would really trigger people that have Trump derangement syndrome.
Probably.
Orange dick bad.
What the hell?
What'd you lose now?
What?
I'm
Just
doing
a
my
little
job as a
dignity.
moderator real quick.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, wait, why don't I have a wrench?
That reason right there. Whoops.
Give me safety. Give me safety.
Oh, now my wife's getting... I'm about to ban her, too. She must really like the timeout chair tonight. She's about to get it from me. Keeps running.
You don't have the guts.
Yeah, I've done it before and it didn't work out well.
Did you end up sleeping in your office?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
For some reason, there was a dog in between us that night. I don't know.
Hot dog.
Just don't bother coming in.
Festering in effigy wants to know if that gun belt on my list is any good. Are there two of them on there, or do I just have the one? Because I've ordered two, and either one of them, anything on my list is something that I actually use and would recommend. That's the only way it's getting on my list. And one of them is thicker, so it does have a problem with some of the leather holsters getting through. If they haven't made the belt loops big enough, it would be perfectly fine for a Kydex that's got the loops on it. And the other one is a little thinner, but either one of those has been an awesome belt for me.
Did you say what brand they were? And I just wasn't listening good enough.
I believe they are both Hanks. Let me double check right here. They are full leather belts. And they are Hanks belts. And one is a 17-ounce leather, and I believe the other one was a 14-ounce.
Are they made in USA?
Yes, they
I
are.
think they're made in Hank's garage.
Well, yeah, in USA.
In USA. Yeah, Hank lives in USA. They do want to order these probably at least a size big. So if you're a fat guy like me and has a 40-inch waist, then you want to order at least a 42. Oh, and he's even got it on here. He's got it as two sizes bigger. So he's got it as a 34 for a 30-inch waist, 36 for 32, etc.
Who has a 30-inch waist these days? Healthy people. Damn them.
Fat lives matter.
I have a Blade Tech, and I really like it.
Is that a
Is that
belt
one?
or a knife?
It's a belt.
Is that one of the ratchet ones?
Mine is not a ratchet one, but I played with a ratchet one, and I really liked it, but it was more expensive.
See, these are just really thick leather belts.
Well, mine is a leather, but it has the polymer inside of the leather, the two pieces of leather.
Okay.
So it's stiff?
Yeah, it's really stiff. I mean, you can't roll it up in a small ball by any means. But when you drop your drawers, your pistol still stays standing up. I dare you to time her out. I dare you, Angelina.
I'm not timing her out.
Do it. Do it.
No, why would I time her out? Remember when she punched you for me?
Uh-huh. I remember getting punched a lot by her.
I've got Night Strike's in the chat. It's not like I sent him a link or anything.
He doesn't want to hang out with us.
He doesn't.
He might get infringed.
I haven't even sent him a link the last 2 weeks because he hadn't been here for like 6 months. So I was like, yeah. I ain't even bothering typing his email. If he shows up in the chat, I'll send him one, but he never shows up anymore.
For those asking, yes, G-Webs is fighting aliens, so he'll return when he's done.
Uh-oh.
Or walking a dog, one of the two.
It's aliens.
He may be walking a dog while fighting aliens.
She fights aliens.
No.
Oh.
No. G-Webs is walking the dog while fighting robots. Because if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Did you hear that user wrote?
Yep. But now that he's here, I would suggest to everybody to turn your volume down because I believe he has something to say.
No, I don't.
Shut up, he infringed.
Give him the bird.
Give him the bird. There we go. That's
Hashtag Porky Piggin.
Yeah, shall not be infringed.
How are you tonight?
This is how you wear your Night Strike earmuffs.
This is right.
That's the squib earmuffs too.
I'm doing good. I've just been busy working on two-way web hosting and GunTube today. So
yeah,
and helping Tony get his server set up. So
You've been kicking ass and taking names today, then, huh?
I'm not gonna lie, it's work, but somebody's got to do it, right?
Did you do a wearing a two with an every second matters patch at least?
No, I can't find my every second matters patch. I have one, okay, and I can't find it. I don't know where I put it last.
I think that is grounds for some kind of punishment.
Angelina's
me see
going to
if
be spanking later.
Oh, not me.
I'm wearing mine.
Snob's gonna be giving Night Strike a spanking.
No, Snob's not gonna do crap.
Hey, man.
You got that thing murdered out, Gary? Is that what's going on there?
Dude, what to who?
Wait, does Gary have a murdered out one?
He's got a murdered out one.
No, what's going on your hat, Gary?
Where?
Is that murdered out?
It's black with tan lettering. Then I've got this one too.
That is not showing up as tan lettering. That looks murdered
black.
out.
Well, excuse me.
I have a
Hold on.
and glow one.
Where are you in the? Are you in the shitter? Because this isn't Midnight Range's show.
Here it is. I found it.
My daughter's spare room. There we go. Auxiliary lighting. Now you can see.
There you go.
I can see it, but it still looks like it's.
It looks gray, not tan.
It looks gray.
Looks dark gray. I think Gary's colorblind, or his camera sucks one.
Well, he is using an Apple.
It works.
Yeah, don't talk bad about.
Don't do that. We might have epileptics out there watching this. Somebody's now having a seizure. Thank you, Gizzard.
Yeah, and you shouldn't use produce to try and connect to the internet. It doesn't work well.
Right.
Guns are for girls. If you find out what this chat is supposed to be about, send me an email.
Yeah, we don't know what it's about ourselves, so we can't possibly expect you to.
It's about things related to orange.
Well, apparently, we were talking about gun laws earlier when nobody was talking about gun laws. So
Tara Smith wants to know a good trigger to put in the AR-10. Oh, do the AR-10s, do they take the same, just drop-in triggers like AR-15s do, or do you have to get something specific to them?
I would have been wearing the Every Second Matters patch, but I've got this neat gun tube patch. I was sporting this all day.
I wanted to say AR-10s use their own proprietary style trigger, but I ain't sure.
Does anybody know? Anybody know any AR-10 stuff?
But I think they use the same one. I'm looking.
I know they take their specific. I know they take specific lowers because it's got to have the mag wall is bigger, but I don't know.
Well, there's different 10 lowers too, but I thought that was just to do with the size of them.
Usually, a fire control group's the same on AR-10s.
Okay.
I love Geisley triggers, but
it takes 15 parts. Takes
you can
AR 15
use,
parts.
I use a Lantac trigger, and I'm pretty sure you can put that in both an AR-15 and an AR-10.
Well, I thought my Geisley trigger had AR-10, AR-15 on it.
It probably did
on the package, but I don't have an AR-10, so I don't know.
Now, if you're looking for a drop-in trigger, I like the Patriot Ordnance Factory triggers, and I've got that in most of mine.
Yeah, I have seen AR-15 triggers and said they wouldn't work in AR-10. So just make sure you got one that will work with those.
I found it. I found the Every Second Matters patch. There we go.
There you go.
An Empire pack.
So, yeah. So I also have the Imperial insignia because the Empire is better than the First Order.
And you shoot like a stormtrooper.
Right, he should force a stormtrooper.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
The consensus last night was that Night Strike shoots worse than the stormtrooper.
But for Tara, if you're looking for something to drop in and you like something, I am very happy with the Patriot Ordnance Factory triggers or the Rise Armament. You can get them in a few different weights. And
The Rise ones are nice. I've shot some of them.
Yep, I got a Rise Armament in one of them, and I think I've got a couple with Patriot Ordnance Factory, and they're both nice. And I think the Rise Armament has little set screws. So once you put your pins in, you torque on the set screws, and that tightens it up. The Patriot Ordnance Factory has like little silicone feet on it, so you actually push it down a little bit and then put your pins in, and that keeps it tight.
Yeah, I've got the super semi-automatic guys in one of mine, and I love it.
Yep, or you can get a standard trigger group and get anything from anybody that's an upgrade and probably be happy with it.
I mean, a standard trigger is pretty good too, though. Oh, damn, those are sold out.
Damn.
Damn.
The Sun Snob, really nice strike.
Well,
ever since he did that when the gun snob was around that other night, I've been calling him the Sun Snob.
And then Angelina always wonders why this is still a thing.
Why? What's still a thing?
The Sun Snob.
It's only because of that whole situation, Gun Snob, because it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gets a good laugh out of that one.
So let's talk about the future. Let me do a quick interview with my girl Sharkane. Let's do a quick interview about the future of Orange You Glad It's Not the Closer. So where is this going?
Oh, God only knows. I don't know where this is going.
Thing?
This is going to be a weekly thing.
Saturday nights?
It will be alternating with Sarge. So if Sarge runs his on Thursday night, I will be doing a Saturday night at 11. If Sarge is working night and then has to have his on Saturday at 11, I will be doing Thursday night at 9.
I thought he was going to call it Agent Orange.
I was going to try and name it, but then Sandhills Shooter knocked it out of the park with Orange You Glad It's Not the Closer. Now, It's a little long. I'll give you that.
It's a little long, but it does slide off the tongue.
Yeah, it's very, like a porn name, like a porn star's name. But it's just like, it's like good. It's like fun to say. Like, it's fun to say. So, yeah, you got to come up with like a logo for this and.
Oh, God, more.
Yeah, make it a thing. And then, okay, so
this is starting to sound like work.
Yeah, it's work. Everything's work. Sucks. But, yeah, so what else was I going to ask? Oh, what's going on next show?
I have no idea. I'm just winging this.
We don't know what's going on this show, and you expect them to know what's going to happen on the next one?
Yeah, no kidding.
I would imagine we're going to get on here. I'm going to get some panelists, and we're going to talk about stuff.
You got 13 or 17 people watching. 13 thumbs up.
I don't understand what is wrong with these people, but I'm thankful that they're all here. I would imagine that one of those is Snob or Snob's wife, and the other one is probably Midnight. Or it could be Joe Bob. He came in early and said we were a bunch of boring idiots.
No, I think the thumbs down is from Too Hottie.
Yeah, I don't know. I have my suspicions on who it's from. But that's all right. As G-Web says, it's still interaction. It's still,
Yeah. So, I mean, when I see those 2 thumbs down, if I was scrolling through YouTube, I would see those. And like G-Web still says, I'd be like, hey, why did 2 people hate this shit? So then I'd watch it and I'd be like, oh, this show's awesome. And then it'll be 16 thumbs up.
Or it'll be a 3rd thumbs down.
No, it'll be 17 thumbs up because you just got another one. So if you're watching this and you haven't thumbed it up, make sure you do. Or thumb it down if you hate puppies and kittens and don't like ice cream.
And hate orange.
Yep.
Which is
Okay, fine. All right. You called me out.
he
All
did.
right.
He called you right out too.
He
Boom.
You.
Scotty
In
too
order to
hottie.
get interaction out of him, you have to call him out, and then he has to call you out. So
He's gonna have to give you some ointment for that burn.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
All right.
So,
Well,
I
guess
I
that
don't
concludes
know
my
what
review.
what we're gonna do. Like I said, it's my first real show in a standard time slot. So I did one last Thursday while everybody was in SHOT Show, kind of filling in Sarge's spot just to get my feet wet. And I talked to Sarge before his show started up and said I was thinking about doing this, and he was on board.
You did one Sunday too. Don't forget about it. Don't sell yourself short.
Don't forget the Sunday show, man.
Yeah, but I don't run that one. I just
You were
Last
on-
week you hit the go live button.
last week.
Yeah.
Last week, yes, I did have a 37-second long show last week, and that was only because all the cool kids were telling me to go live. So I agree, Midnight. And Too Hottie, I also agree with that. But so no, I don't know where the show's gonna go other than possibly nowhere. So if you like, everybody likes to train wreck, right?
I don't know. I think it's going good, and yeah. So looking forward to next week. Maybe we can have another giveaway going on, like a more orchestrated and professional giveaway.
We might. I do have a prize vault here.
Oh shit! A prize vault?
I do. I have a prize vault.
Bruh,
So,
what's in there?
like
A Sigma I
stickers
saw
and
the other day.
I think that's where he keeps his ex-wives.
I have no ex-wives. I've been married for
Do
it
not
will be
get this wrong.
it will be 27 years.
Damn, Gina.
How the hell did you? Is she tied up in the basement? How is she
was-
back there for
She
that
was
long?
young. She was young.
Young and dumb, and you convinced her you were the king.
She was
Yep.
12. Yeah.
I was 21 and she was not quite, she wasn't 20 yet. She was almost 20
That's not that gross.
when we got married. No, it's nothing like, what's
Yeah.
Seven Wonders is hitting on out there, but I got her young, I got her hooked, as Angelina said, on that golden dick.
Yep.
I like Slim's response. Please tell me I didn't win one of Orange Man's ex-wives. That was perfect.
Seven Wonders pointed out something good. Yankee has at least 5 thumbs down before he goes live.
Yeah,
so
But he
That's
gets like
Yankee.
800 people watching him though.
yeah, but you know what? You know what thumbs down mean? Thumbs down means someone's like, oh, this guy's messing up my day. So really, they're just like, they have TDS kind of, except they have,
ODS.
oh yeah, ODS.
I thought they had online Tourette's, but that's just me.
No, they got ODS.
Yes, Seven. She's just gonna blow his mind. Get your mind out of the gutter. Jeez, can't let that guy in anywhere.
I know. I don't know.
No, he's.
I don't know why he
can't
picks
be
on
with
me, but
I don't either. You're always
I'm,
so
I'm
nice and
starting to
friendly.
take it personally.
I'm gonna throw a Festering in Effigies channel link out there in the chat because he
ahead.
put up a video today. So
Go ahead. Ooh,
I
did
think he
he?
only has 2 videos and 9 subscribers. So maybe we can help him, get some views on it.
Let me.
Oh shit, he does have videos out.
He does.
Oh,
Alright,
you should
good.
also throw out Slim Cowboy's channel because he has really good hair.
And he's
He
got
does.
really cool action figures on his wall.
Them things from last night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they were cool. I like that other thing better. The
World War I mace.
Yeah, I like that better.
The trench mace.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the trench mace was awesome.
Now I'm going to do my part to help another YouTuber starting out because I was there not that long ago. Matter of fact, a week from tonight will be my first upload,
There's
my first
Slim's
real
channel.
upload. But everybody in the chat, go check out the 2 links that Snob put up and Night Strike put up. Now Slim Cowboy has more subs than I do, but everybody that's here is probably subbed to Slim anyway. But if you're not, go check that out and sub to him. And Festering in Effigy, somebody just starting out, go over there and give him some subs and give him some encouragement to keep putting these out because it is not easy to turn that camera on and start making videos. I will tell you that from firsthand experience, as I'm sure anybody in here will tell you that.
It's easier if you get a cat for a partner.
Oh my God, George is a fucking star though.
George is the real star of Gizzard Gary's channel. That is true.
It
That
is
true.
Especially where he had to put a gun in one of his videos, and he was doing that on putting that on GunTube, and George took the whole spotlight out of that video. George's like, no, listen here, I'm going to show you how to show off this gun properly. So, yeah.
Yes, and that's our GunTube exclusive video.
It is. By the way, Gary, I was right.
About what?
We were talking last night on your show about the whole groundhog thing, and apparently we're getting an early spring.
Oh, dang it! What is wrong?
What the fuck?
Something happened to his mic.
Something
We're getting an
happened to
early
his mic.
spring.
We're not getting an early spring.
How do you know that?
Because that fucking groundhog foolishness happened today.
Yeah, Puxawanami Phil said we were getting an early spring or however the hell.
What'd you call him? Puxawannabe Phil? I don't know what his name is.
Puxatawny.
Puxatawny?
Yeah, Puxatawny Phil is named for Puxatawny, PA. Which is a small
Or he's just Puxawannabe Phil.
So that just means Pennsylvania's going to get an early spring.
Pennsylvania. I saw a thing that said that this little dude has only been accurate like 25% in the last however long.
That sounds like our meteorologist.
Why does he still have a job?
He's
Because
probably more
he-
accurate than our meteorologist.
You know what
Because
they need
he's
to do?
freaking
Wasn't it
union, dude.
Bloomberg?
Probably a government employee.
Didn't
Probably
Bloomberg drop a groundhog one year and then the groundhog died?
Did that really happen?
It was somebody. It was somebody
Where's
in
PETA?
New York. I thought it was the governor of New York. Was it? I think it was Bloomberg dropped the groundhog a couple years ago, and then the groundhog died.
That's fucking horrible. I don't want to hear this story anymore.
Well, it's over now.
Well, yeah, but now I gotta think this groundhog died because fucking Bloomberg.
Well, it's one more reason to hate Bloomberg.
More groundhogs in this world. And what did groundhogs ever do to Bloomberg?
Oh, you know what? I just thought of a topic really quick.
Or Bloomberg hates groundhogs.
No. I saw that movie
Groundhog recipes.
Green Book. Has anyone else seen that?
No.
No, never heard of it.
Yeah, never.
I've seen Groundhog Day. It's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Bloomberg
Anyway,
apparently
it's not going to be good now.
It's not going to be good because nobody's seen the movie.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, it's in the theater, so there's still time to go see it. But
Which one?
Uh,
Yeah,
Gary, read
unknown
the
user.
chat.
Unknown user?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why shouldn't we listen to a groundhog about the weather? I listen to a chicken about gun laws.
That's true.
Hey.
Is Green Book's not? No, that was and they'll never grow old or something, right?
Oh,
That was
and they shall never grow old, or I think that's what that's called.
It's that
That
World War I documentary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's
that looks fucking awesome.
Tell us about Green Book.
Okay, Green Book is in like I'm gonna say 63, 64, somewhere ish in there. This guy that worked at the Copacabana in New York, they're closed down. He gets another job being a driver for this black guy that plays piano. Really good, part of a trio.
Oh, that's
Okay, now I know which movie you're talking about. I
Yeah,
haven't seen
that
it.
movie. Anyway, I saw it. It was pretty good. And there's something about guns I wanted to say about it, but now I don't remember. Because I stopped thinking about it when no one had seen it.
Oh, I'm sure it'll come to you like
It
later
might.
today.
Yeah. 3 a.m, I'll be like, oh, fuck, that's what it was.
Oh,
All right, then.
Hottie's calling you out, Gary. Or maybe he's calling me out. I don't know. One of the other.
Send him a link.
Link. Well, I could, but then he'd think I'm just wrapping it up because I sent him a link. So has anybody else got? Okay, look, we got one more thing. We got, let's do the Super Bowl chat that's been done to death and
Rams.
see who you got. I know you got Rams. Gary, I think Gary's got Rams because he hates the Patriots.
Yeah, ask Patriot whether I hate Patriots or not.
But you've got the Rams, right, Gary?
Yep. Not that I
G-Web's,
care, but
is G-Web's back, or is he still out walking marshmallow?
He's got the Rams. Just
He's got the
pass
Rams?
him.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say Rams.
Night Strike.
He's got the Rams too.
No, I'm going Patriots. Fuck the Rams.
No, you got that wrong. Night Strike is fuck the Cheatriots.
So
Well-
I'm guessing Rich is going with the Rams.
Yes.
Snob didn't care because
I'm going with the Yankees. What are you talking about?
you're going with the Yankees. Of course you are. And I'm gonna have to go with Patriots. Just
What?
I have
Why? You
You
don't
got-
have to. You don't have to.
I don't have to, but that's probably where it's gonna go.
Conspiracy.
No.
You don't think so? Well, I guess
It ain't
that
going there.
well then I guess we've got a topic for the next show is how I was completely wrong.
Oh yeah, that'll be it.
There we go. We'll have a Super Bowl comeuppance on how I got it all wrong. But unless anybody out in the chat have any other questions for the panel,
Taking questions now. Random questions.
just random questions, yeah. Just figured
Chat
we'd do-
roulette. Chat roulette.
Chat roulette. Somebody's gonna get a dick.
Speaking of roulettes, has anybody else seen the video? It was going around on Facebook of the mousetrap roulette. I think whenever y'all come to Tulsa, we need to set this up and play it.
No, but what happens?
All right, so they take a box and cut a hole in it,
Oh god.
put like 6 mousetraps on a wheel.
It's my
And only
dick
one
in
of
a
them
box.
Only one of them
My
set,
dick in a box, baby.
and they spin the wheel, and the 2 different guys, one of them reaches in and hits it real quick. It was hilarious.
Fuck, dude, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my hand in.
I'm going to put this out since Snob just reminded me. If you haven't seen SpongeBob singing Dick in a Box, you have not lived. So everybody's homework after the show is over is to Google SpongeBob, Dick in a Box, and watch that video. And thank me later.
I'm good.
Give me just a second. I'll have the link in the description.
Okay. And then I got a question for the panel.
Hopefully it's the right one.
What is your favorite, and also the chats, you should also participate in this. What is your favorite Eagles song?
I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
What the fuck? No, you don't. Are you trolling me?
It's the Big Lebowski.
Hotel California, Desperado, something.
No, you just pick one, dude. You just pick one.
Well, pick one. I don't know. Those two are
I
both good.
can't pick just one.
All right. Two Hotties got Hotel California, a classic. It's really, when you think about Hotel California,
They're talking
It's-
about hell.
a Yelp review with a guitar solo.
Alrighty then. God, I don't know. I mean, you got Hotel California, Take It Easy, Desperado,
Yep.
Take it easy. Forgot about that one. Another good
Seven
one.
Bridges Road.
Tequila Sunrise.
I've been to Winslow, Arizona, and sit on the fucking corner thing twice, and it's always fucking awesome. It's a highlight of a trip.
It's just Winslow.
It's awesome.
And then
I gotta go with Hotel California probably too.
Desperado, why
All right.
don't you come
Gary, what are you gonna
to
say?
your senses?
Bitchy woman.
Oh,
Oh,
Good
who
one.
mutes me? I cannot believe you.
good
I've
one.
been infringed upon.
Good.
Unknown
my ears-
user. Unknown user picked Already Gone. I like
Ooh,
that one
Life in the
too.
Fast Lane. That's a good one.
Guns Are for Girls, Hotel California. Like Obnoxious said, Life in the Fast Lane. I'm gonna say for mine, it's gonna be fuck.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know they had that.
I didn't know they had that one.
No, they don't. It's not a song. I'm trying to decide. I'm going between.
Everybody Google Eagles and fuck.
No, don't Google that. It'll be bad.
Don't Google that.
Do that.
Okay.
Just don't.
I have two that I'm going between, and I don't think I can pick. The first one is New Kid in Town, and the second one is I Can't Tell You Why. Top favorites.
Yeah, you got Heartbreak Tonight too. That's another good one.
That's a good one too. The
Call My
Eagles are
Twitty
so
did that
So
better.
many good songs from them. I can't pick one.
Call My Twitty, Heartbreak Tonight all the way. Much better than Eagles.
I, for one, am
Conley.
not a fan of Hotel California. I've heard it too many times. I'm not a fan.
All right, what are you picking?
I'm picking Get Over It.
Oh, okay, good
Oh,
one.
he's
Good
going
one.
with new school Eagles.
Get Over
Yeah.
It.
Like what Two Hottie wrote. That's actually really good.
Victim of Love. That's a really good one too. Oh, Midnight Flyer. That's a good one. Really great.
One, yeah.
Welcome to the Name the Eagles songs chat.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Basically. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of,
It was. It was.
talk about cool things.
I mean, Angelina already bought this chat with her giveaway, so
She
gets to do
did.
what
She
wants.
did. She came
Yeah.
in. Angelina came in, and she came in hot, and she came in
Nobody-
strong.
That's our love.
And she changed the chat.
She
That's
changed the chat. She made it better.
I did. I always
Angelina
like that.
always makes things better.
I look.
Angelina's making chats great again.
I am. You know what I'm gonna do?
Mitka.
You
She's
have-
gonna make that patch.
No, I'm not gonna make a patch, but I feel like I've talked you out of at least one thumbs down because you only have 3 now. So I'm gonna make a plea to the other 3 that you should change it to a thumbs up, and we would all appreciate that. So maybe
Yes,
they
I'm
will.
ignoring you, wife.
No, if it's your wife, she'll fucking do it because she's not We're on the same team. We're a team girl.
No, she just asked me if I checked my phone, so I'm just telling her I ignored her.
Oh, well, whatever.
Oh, Snob sleeping in the office again.
Prob. Some motherfucker just fucking hit thumbs down. So now there's 4. What
Now
a
there's
dick.
4. Yeah.
It was fucking Snob, probably.
No, I'm not even on there, but I can.
It was Snob. It was Snob.
That's all right.
All right. Well,
That's
that
all right.
was the.
I'm a grown ass man. I can take it.
That was
Can you
the
say it in that
emails
voice, the grown ass
portion.
man voice?
I'm
Oh,
a
no.
grown ass man.
There you go.
You ain't even my real dad. There, I just got my copyright strike. I'm sure.
He's coming after you.
I'm a grown ass man. So let's run it. Let's wind it down and run it through the panel, and let's get out of here with just our 4 thumbs down. So, Angelina, make your plugs.
Buy things from gearwebsites.com and check out GunTube. The end. Oh,
No.
porkypiggin.com.
Porkypiggin.com. Gary.
Check out my website, gizzardgary.com, and check out Foul Territory every Friday night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Congratulations, and thanks for the invite.
You are quite welcome, sir. G-Webs, are you back? Would you like to plug something? Nope, he's still battling robots. He's keeping us all free from Skynet, so we'll let him slide. Night Strike, what do you got?
Check out guntube.org for video for all of Obnoxious One's exclusive videos. And check out Hit or Miss every Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock, where you might see an Obnoxious One.
You might. I jump in there occasionally. Sometimes it's just at the end to plug my stuff and leave, but occasionally
I try to get you a link every night. So I don't know what happened last week.
That's all right. That's okay. It's usually if the wife's traveling, I can hop in and be there on time. If not, it's after she goes to bed, since she pays the bills. So I got to hang out with her.
Go down in the basement.
That wouldn't be hanging out with her.
This is the problem.
It's a problem for you not having my magnificence on your channel, but
It is. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Well, there's a simple solution, Night Strike. Send his wife a link too.
You know what? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. Rich, I know you have a show coming up tomorrow, right?
I don't know if I'm doing the show tomorrow because of the other thing we were discussing.
Oh, that sports ball thing?
Yeah.
The foosball thing is of the devil, Bobby.
You got anything else you want to plug? You got any produced content coming out, or?
No, that was something we were going to do today, but because of what happened to her work today, we didn't get that done. So I don't have anything scheduled on that front either. I'll do this. Buy stuff from everybody on the panel that sells stuff. Support them, people.
I agree.
I like that.
I agree. Mr. Snob.
Oh, it's my turn. Yeah. I'll pull a gizzard Gary again. Make sure you sub everyone on the panel. Make sure you check out gearwebsites.com. Check out gunchannels.com. Check out guntube.org. Check out no, I'm not gonna say that. Check out alananchor.com because I can't say the other one because she stole that from me and I'm still bitter about that. And
.com.
yeah, screw you. Check out Obnoxious One Sucks. I don't know. I think Midnight owns it.
Probably.
Anyway, so yeah, well. All right. Thanks for having me. It's fun.
Thank you for showing up, coming in. And if you're here, you know where my channel's at. So hopefully you sub to it. You can also catch me on all the other relevant platforms and a couple of the irrelevant platforms. And tomorrow night, if Midnight it's not too upset, I may be on the closer or I may not. So tune into the closer tomorrow night. Maybe I'll be there. Maybe I won't. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming in and watching the show, even though it got a little slow at times. And I'd like to thank all the panelists. And if you haven't subbed to all the panelists, go out and check them out because they all put out great content, except Angelina. She doesn't put out any content, but occasionally she runs a lobby where they do fingernail.
They're a learning
cleaning.
experience in her lobbies.
I put out content on Instagram. I have like 10,000 followers.
Well, there you go. Follow Angelina on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram.
And buy stuff from owlandanchor.com, or if you can't type out Owl and Anchor, just go to porkypiggin.com and buy stuff there.
What pisses me off, she's getting rich off this porkypiggin.com. That's going to be way better. She's going to get way more business off porkypiggin.com than she'd ever get off Owl and Anchor.
Porkypiggin.com is easier to remember.
Yeah, it's going to just take off and be huge.
I think I'm going to make like a patch or something. Like there's going to be some kind of Porky Piggin stolen from Gun Snob thing.
And I'm
going to go as far as to make a single patch, like just for trolling purposes.
Obnoxious one, do not read Seven Wonders response out there in the chat.
What, he wants to know if I have a wife? Yes, I have a wife.
I think it's more so he's surprised.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I'm surprised every day that she still puts up with me. So I'm equally parts thankful and surprised. But thank you everybody for tuning in. We will catch you probably next Saturday. I think Sarge is going to have a Thursday night show next week. So keep your eyes open, see where we pop up, and hopefully we'll see everybody here, and maybe we'll only get 5 thumbs down next week since we've got 6 this week. Until then, everybody have a good night, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Give him the bird.
Bye-bye.
Hashtag Porky Piggin.